on my way, babe. Say the word and I'll be on my way. Yeah, no.
Hello everyone, and thank you all for tuning in to this special sit-down episode of The Prayer Room with Amanda Seals' Soul. I'm going to be interviewed by my co-host,
Leah.
And she's going to be asking all the questions about Amanda Seals, keeping me abreast and keeping me up to date. And I'm going to be standing in for Amanda Seals' spirit to testify on her behalf.
Right.
All right, court is now in session.
Okay.
All right.
Well, first, Dr. Nixo, I'd like to thank you for coming in today and sitting down to talk with me.
Absolutely.
On behalf of Ms. Seals.
All right.
All right.
I'm insecure.
Okay. I am My Brother and Me. Are you familiar with her work? Are you familiar with the show My Brother and Me?
I remember that from when I was little.
Mm-hmm. She used to be on it. So Amanda has been in the game for a while.
She played the mama?
She did not play the mom. She played one of the little girls that they used to hang out with.
The bully girl?
Possibly. I don't remember if she was a bully in the show. But I do remember her. And I say all that to say, what was her childhood like? I'd like to get some insight into her childhood to see how that made her the woman that she is today.
Amanda Seals' childhood. What was her childhood like? What made Amanda Seals into the woman that she is today?
I think our audience would like to know a little bit more about the deck that you're using today.
All right, you all. So the deck that we're using today is called the Druid Craft Tarot, otherwise known as the White People Tarot.
Okay.
White People Tarot is actually quite amazing. I picked up this deck yesterday because something was telling me to check it out and to get it, and I read through the book. I was impressed with the information that they had in it. It is rooted in an understanding of Wiccan art, Wiccan symbology, numerological science, and what druid or mage magic or whatever. So that's what we're using. Okay, so Amanda Seals' childhood, we have the King of Pentacles. So she had she comes from an affluent family, or her father is established or well off. Her father, maybe a general laborer, worked his way up the ladder. I feel like he's well educated, maybe a professor, but again, I feel like he worked his way up a career ladder. The Prince of Pentacles, so this is saying that Amanda Seals' background is not purely, her background is not colored purely by being financially affluent. She was raised in a household that prided itself upon working, reading, writing. I wouldn't be surprised if she was in Jack and Jill or a social club that promoted those sorts of cultural values. But what I do see from the Prince of Pentacles here is that she wasn't allowed to date boys. She was pretty strict household, and she was required to be the star student, even in the family. I get the Six of Wands, so her parents may not have been together for the entire marriage. Because I see her traveling back and forth between different households. So if her parents aren't together, then she did spend time living with her grandparents. Nevertheless, what I do get as overall arithmetic of these three cards is that Amanda Seals' father played a tremendously pivotal role in shaping her into who she is today. And she may even try to embody a lot of those same masculine qualities that he has, which is why someone asked what she gave, because she was hard. Anyway, so the Two of Wands is here in her house of hidden advantages. So she was caught up between, she had identity issues. I don't feel like these are identity issues related to her race. I think that these are identity issues related to gender. What type of girl should I become? Should I become a good girl or a bad girl? Or am I a good girl that's going bad? And I feel like this constant reinvention of, or constantly having to work through this reinvention of self has plagued her for the majority of her life. I then get the Four of Wands to talk about Amanda Seales, and this is saying that Amanda Seales, when she turned 18, she went off to college. I get that she's studied, a college-educated woman, and she had already been privy to a lot of the teachings that she preaches about, or at least espouses. I get that her household was geared towards being pro-Black, and that people in her family had been involved in different civil rights movements. The final card that I get is the Eight of Wands. So this is talking about technology in the household. So she, I do get that she was not allowed to watch TV or use TV. There was a curfew that she had. It was a pretty strict household, and I get that she often herself, and I wish I had my personality cards, but I get that Amanda Seales is someone who feels, she feels like everything has a certain time, a certain place. She feels it necessary to comment on everything. But I just get that her personality is just very contained. She doesn't, the way that she is, she doesn't know how else to be. She would like to be another way. But that would go back to her gender identity issues, where she's not exactly sure how to perform as a woman, especially because her likability is always called into question. So she chooses to be masculine and say what she needs to say, the things that men would say, and she just she's like, I'm just gonna take the heat for it. She has a very feminist mindset.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a little bit very insightful as to why she is the way that she is. So, going a little bit deeper into that, what experiences shaped her into the person that she is today?
Okay.
The card is still stuck in your thing.
She's religion is the main social force that has helped to shape and structure her experiences around race, politics, and society overall. Religion has influenced that. She did grow up in a religious household, but her household was also politically informed as well. Unlike a lot of you all's households out there that are watching Black Spectrum Network. Okay, so with that being said, she allowed for religion to be her doctrine. It was her lifeline. She used the Bible as her main mode of understanding how human life worked, and I get that she had to let go of those teachings. And in letting go, I get my card for rebirth. So the card for rebirth is in her house of intuition and hidden answers. So she did not know that by letting go of her religious values, that she would be the person that she is today, a lot more outspoken and a lot more critical. Now that has worked to her disadvantage. I get the Ten of Wands, so she has left behind some teachings that would be valuable to her. So she didn't need to throw out the baby and the bathwater. She just needs to throw out the baby. And so she what I'm getting from this is that without being grounded in a religion, she's not spiritually centered. And religion would give her a code of conduct, but she doesn't have a code of conduct to live by, which is okay. But then I have the Two of Wands, identity issues again, in the House of Hidden Advantages. Okay, so religion produced identity issues with her as far as around what was appropriate moral behavior, what was not sinful, what she could and could not say, and especially when it came to telling the truth and talking back to men. The next card that I get, the Tower. And the Tower is talking about how everything just comes crashing down in one fell swoop. So there was an event that happened in her life that caused her to let go of religion altogether. Let's see what that event was. I think it's either that Amanda Seales has an older brother that went off to college and he was very important to her as a member of the family, and him leaving had her questioning God. Or this could mean that her mother and her father separated. Her mother was dating someone, and the divorce or the breakup between the two left her questioning God. The outcome card is the Hangman for Amanda Seales, so she's always caught up in a state of suspension. So being that she has turned her back on religion, she's still looking for somewhere to go. I would even think that she may practice African spirituality.
Okay. All right, thank you so much for that. Now, I know you said you left your personality cards, but I'm curious if you could possibly give us a glimpse into what her personality is like?
Let's see.
Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. But she
How
saw
did the
that.
fucking leaf get in
Right,
here?
I guess maybe it was near the vent and it just made its way through the ventilation system. Because it looked like it fell out of the vent.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Okay, so as far as her personality, she's a hopeless romantic, but she's not looking for love. She's just hopeless in romance. She has like dating problems, like relationship problems. I get that she may date, but I don't know if she's exactly trying to be in a relationship, and I feel that she's okay with one night stands and sex. I wouldn't be surprised if in her, because I get that she's a highly communicative person,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel from what I can get about her personality as a Prince of Cups in her House of Spiritual Challenges, love is a challenge for her, but I don't think that she's really pressured to find it.
Okay.
She has issues with patience. She's an impatient person.
Okay.
And she's materialistic.
Okay.
She's open to long distance relationships. She admires men. I get that. I get that she's someone that works hard not to be male identified. And she believes in collaboration. And she she believes in collaboration, especially when it comes to like making money. However, as you can see in the Three of Pentacles card here, she can be catty. She can be catty. And that definitely works to irritate those around her whom are watching her work to be successful.
Okay.
We'll do a deeper personality reading about her, but these, tarot cards aren't giving us enough, but
They're giving us a little bit of an insight as to who she is, how she operates. Yeah,
I agree.
I appreciate that. Okay, so I would like to kind of transition a little bit. Why hasn't her career taken off to a bigger level? Some people would say she's semi-blacklisted. So I'm curious, why hasn't her career really popped off? We are familiar with her from the show My Brother and Me. She served as a VJ on MTV for a couple of years. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. We currently know her on Insecure. Little fun fact, I just found out recently that she was a part of Flowetry for like a week. So yeah, why hasn't, yes, she was the rapper for Flowetry for a week after they broke off. So I would like to know, it seems like she's always so close to getting her big break, but then something happens. So I'm curious, what is that? Is it her? Is it fate? Is it her ancestors? You're still stuck on the Flowetry thing, aren't you?
I am. Because I was thinking, I'm like, is this why people were asking, was Amanda Seales gay? Marsha Ambrosius' brother is so fucking fine.
I'm not.
Oh my God, he's so motherfucking
Pull that
fine.
on up.
He is so motherfucking fine. Oh my God, I saw his ass back in 2012. I'll never forget. Oh my God, Marsha Ambrosius' brother is so goddamn fine. Oh shit, man! I was at a Marsha Ambrosius and Miguel concert, and Julius Erving was there, and I was I'm friends with Julius Erving's daughter, and so Exactly, Julius. So yeah, I'm friends with Julius Erving's daughter, and Julius Erving's daughter was like, "Come back." She was like, "Come here, I want to introduce you to somebody." And so I'm looking at this dude. He light skinned with these eyes. I'm like, I was just staring, and he's like, "What's up, brother? How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good."
I'm real good.
And exactly. And she was like, "Oh yeah, this Marsha's brother." She sang it. She was like, he had Marsha sing at my wedding. I was like, God damn, they family fine.
Okay. I'm going to add that Flowetry question.
All right. The reason that she can't get her big break is honestly, it looks okay. So I got the card for the Lord, which is talking about men who are in positions of power, who have the ability to control the resources of the means around her life, and they can make it easier for her to have the career that she's seeking. I have the Queen of Wands, and these are women of the same caliber, similar to the Emperor, who can help her out. But I get the card for the Lovers, meaning that she doesn't mesh well with the people that are, she has problems with authority. She's someone that I don't want to say that she doesn't respect authority, but she doesn't feel that authority is above criticism, even if they are paying her. And so with the Lovers card here, I also get that there's, she may have been propositioned for sex, and sometimes she hasn't taken up on those offers, and she's been
kind of blackballed because of not taking up on those offers.
Well, I wouldn't say blackballed because she hasn't taken up on those offers, but not considered as a candidate
for a particular role.
For auditioning, because you sleep and then you audition, okay?
You bust that thing open to get the audition.
Yeah, because a pussy is not a guarantee to get the role.
Right. It just gets you the audition. I
have the Devil card here in her House of Hidden Advantages, so there's a generational curse that she's affected by. So she does have a generational curse on her life.
I'd like to know more about this generational curse.
I have the card for the High Priestess. So this is essentially speaking about Amanda Seales has worked for a long time, nurtured her career. When I say nurtured her career, she's tried to hire the right people, be around the right people, network with the right people. But again, when she comes meets people in positions of authority, she stops respecting those people as much. And then I have, finally I have the card for the Empress. So this is all to say that projects don't get started or don't come out or aren't pushed. Her projects are not promoted as aggressively as they should because of all the things that I mentioned prior to this. Mm-hmm. So whether it's a man or a woman, she can't blame it on men in the industry blackballing her or working against her. I feel that her energy doesn't mesh well with the people that run that entertainment, those entertainment circles. And I also feel that when she meets someone that she's supposed to kiss their ass, she says, well, you put your pants on one leg at a time like I do. Mm-hmm. So
I ain't kissing your ass. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, you did mention a generational curse, and I'd like to know more about that. What is this generational curse?
okay, I get the Death card, the High Priest, and the Nine of Swords. So
do we have to censor this for our viewers?
no, I mean it's one of her ancestors, one of her I think this is like a grandfather wronged a witch, because the Death card isn't about death, it's a witch. And this is an actual witch that put a hex on her family's bloodline. They have issues with insomnia and sleeping in the family, and also divorce as well. Mm. There's a restless energy in all the family. Like, so if they have anxiety issues or are always nervous, then that's why.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right, now I did mention earlier that she was in Floetry for like 2 weekends. She did like maybe a show and then she got kicked out of the group and she went on home. So I would like to know, what was her time in Floetry like? What was that weekend like? Did she have a good time that weekend?
Did she pledge AKA that weekend?
Did she eat Marsha's pussy from the back that weekend?
She and Marsha actually got into it.
Oh.
No, they got into it over money and pay. And the other thing is that Marsha, what I get about Marsha Ambrosius is that when she works with people, she feels like you're family to them. Mm-hmm. Amanda Seals, for her, is business. They argued about money. Mm-hmm. And I see Amanda Seals either not being satisfied with the amount of money that she's making or not agreeing that the amount of money that she was paid was what she was supposed to be paid. But I do see that she was paid well for what she did do. Nevertheless, she wasn't able to launch a career from it because the Ace of Pentacles is here in the House of Hidden Advantages. Now, the Five of Wands is talking about her internal conflict, but it's also like verbal altercations between her and Marsha Ambrosius going back and forth with each other, which finally ends with the Devil card. Okay, so I mean, it's not like Marsha isn't well networked. I mean, that contributes to some blackballing there. But just for the most part, I don't think that Amanda Seals is a musician. Like, I get that she's an artist, but I don't think that it translates into musician. Right. Gotcha. I don't get that from these cards, but I feel like it was a gig that she did for a week. Like, filling in for a couple, 3 or 4 shows.
Coming out.
But she's someone that, Amanda Seales is someone that wants her rehearsals to be paid for as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, let's get a little bit into this whole party situation. I'd like to know the backstory about the beef between Amanda and Issa's publicist.
Okay. Amanda versus Issa's publicist. Amanda Seales and Issa Rae's publicist. That damn devil card keeps coming the fuck out. This is the 4th time, man. Okay, so I got the Two of Swords. So they never got along in the beginning, in the first place. There were always disagreements about over Amanda Seales' personality, in general. The publicist feeling like it's that she's like, the publicist feeling almost as though she was gonna have to redesign Amanda's image in the way that Fox News tries to redesign President Donald Trump's image, but it's like that's an exaggeration. But that exaggeration is also what leads to the animosity. That the publicist's understanding of Amanda Seales is that she's much more of a liability than what she actually is. And I see them arguing over that, and Amanda Seales feeling as though she can speak, be outspoken, say what she wants to say, but I feel that this publicist is Hollywood trained. The Hangman, and then the Star card. So this is saying that for Amanda Seales, she wants to be in the spotlight or in the public, which is why she is so outspoken outside of the show. But the things that she says are the reasons. The backlash to the things that she says are reasons why the publicist feels that Amanda Seales has to rework her brand and why she's not fond of it overall. I then have the Four of Swords, where the publicist has been. I think the publicist has been petty and not working as diligently as he or she should to help curate Amanda Seales' image, as though, even though this person will go above and beyond for anyone else, but I do feel like there's a personal disdain that they have for Amanda Seales. Then I have the Eight of Swords. So this is speaking about Amanda Seales this is talking about the publicist feeling trapped by the business relationship. Like, I can't move one way or the other. But at the same time, she's trying to remind herself that she's not an employee of Amanda Seales. The final card is the Devil card. So this is saying that their relationship is going to be where it is for a long time. And it's going to be that way because that publicist, the Ten of Wands, the ten of, I can't make this up.
All these tens.
10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. The publicist is pretty much like, I don't fuck with Amanda, but I know how to fuck with Amanda. Like, this next go round of like the next season of Insecure, I got it on lock. She ain't gonna get me again. Blah. Like, she's just trying her damnedest to have as few interactions with Amanda Seales as possible.
Okay. I can understand and respect that. So, can you give us some insight as to what happened at that party, that infamous party that she was kicked out of? name's supposed to be on the list, and they were like, no ma'am, your name is on the list, and then she snuck in through the back with the kitchen help staff.
All right, so the Amanda Seals sneak into this party via the laundry basket. I don't know why I feel like there was a bar cart with a cloth on it, and she was underneath it.
She got up underneath it, yep.
Like they do in the movies when they be...
And they just wheeled her in, and then she just popped out, like, okay, this is where I got off at. And she just made her way over to the table and tried to sit down like she had been there the whole time. They were like, bitch, you gotta get your ass the fuck up out of here.
I came with the wine.
I was on the list. I'm in the show. All my castmates over there. And they just turned the other way like, we don't know this bitch.
She was on season 3.
Baby! Would you like to tell our audience?
For the 5th fucking time the devil card then came out. God damn it. All right. In the same position. What the fuck is this woman doing? What is she done?
Let's add that to our list of questions.
No. No. And no. Like, this is too much, man. Damn. It's a 6. Every 6 card I pull has been the devil card for her.
I think your cards are trying to tell us something that my audience already knows.
God damn! Alright, so what happened at this industry party? The Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is talking about offering unwanted affection or unwanted interactions, or you're trying to attach yourself to people.
You know I'm jealous, cause you're too far away from me. I don't like this no. So let me bring my love into you, baby. It's been too long since you've been gone. And every time I reach out for you, it kills me that you're not here next to me. I'll be on my way.